The Book of Watchers? Well, the Book of Watchers says that the fallen angel, Azazel, is buried in Iran. But why am I telling you this? Iran just had a massive earthquake. And you know what that means? Do you know what it says in the Book of Enoch about this? So let me tell you all about it. Enoch 10:4-13 is part of the Book of Enoch, and it's one of the apocryphal texts, one of the books that was left out of the Bible. You can find the Book of Enoch in the lost books of the Bible. So specifically the section known as the Book of the Watchers. This is an ancient Jewish apocalyptic text, so it's not included in the standard Bible, but it is preserved in the Ethiopian Orthodox canon and fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls. And long story short, it describes how the Watchers, the fallen angels, they corrupted humanity and God's response to this corruption. So let's break it down, especially where it describes this desert storm and Azazel's prison. It corresponds to Iran. So this was God's direct commandment to the archangels to go and take care of the Watchers, these fallen angels. They mated with the human women, they produced Nephilim, giants, it was a whole ordeal. So God commands the archangel Uriel to warn Noah about the coming flood because humanity had become corrupt beyond repair. So the story goes. God tells Raphael to go bind Azazel, and he's one of the chief watchers that was blamed for corrupting humans with forbidden knowledge. That's a little bit what I'm doing. So how you doing? And by forbidden knowledge, I mean weapons, sorcery, seduction techniques. So Raphael is told, bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness and make an opening into the desert, which is in Dudael, and cast him therein. Now Dudael is described as this burning desolate place with jagged rocks where Azazel will be imprisoned until the final judgment. So where is Dudael? Many researchers and mystics have speculated that Dudael is in somewhere in the desert region of Iran, possibly in the Zagros Mountains, or Dastikavir, which is Iran's Great Salt Desert. Now, the word Dudael means the place of God's kettle and cauldron of God, in some translations. It's described as an abyss or pit. Now, I see it as possibly being a volcanic zone area, or at least some kind of crater, because I just see the hole. This is where Azazel would be thrown and buried under sharp stones. Azazel's imprisonment in this burning desert is symbolic to divine judgment, and a lot of people believe that this site is spiritually very active. So when I hear that there has been an earthquake in the place where it's said in the book of in the Book of the Watchers and in the Book of Enoch to have been the prison of Azazel, I'm like, are they trying to liberate him? Is he being liberated? Who's doing it? So here's the kicker that ties into my Stargate theory. There are other researchers that theorize that the opening of the desert is like a portal, a Stargate, especially when blending the story with the other stories and myths and legends from Mesopotamia. Remember, the Anunnaki gods, the Sumerian gods, used the Middle East as their base. So let's tie this in with an Anunnaki theory. Azazel could be viewed as one of the Anunnaki scientists that broke the law of Enlil, giving forbidden knowledge to humans. And it's similar to how Prometheus gave fire to humans. Dudael, the desert prison. This may have been the Anunnaki punishment site. And this is possibly near ancient Elam or Susa. This is modern day Iran. These are regions with ancient ziggurat. I've made a video yesterday telling you all about their artifacts and their ruins that predate almost all civilizations, just like the Sumerians. They were neighbors. So do you think they're liberating Azazel? Is that who escaped? What's going on? We're so close. We're so close to deciphering it. I guess we'll see soon if he's free or not. Could this be another one of the seals of Revelation?